Great glory, great praise goes unto the mighty one. Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome, beloved. Due to the fact that we have the hurricane season over there in Florida, forgive me, beloved. You might, you might see, uh, you might hear the calls and the thunderclaps, and you probably this thing probably cut off because the power. So forgive me if this abruptly stops. So and then again, I'm using everything built in. So just bear with us. In the meantime, give me a second. Yep. Shalom, 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 shalom. Welcome. Thank you for being here. It's good to be here, beloved. We are about to begin, and as today is the 27th, today is Tuesday. Adim, and the chief of autumn, which is also known as the fall, is Tarquaret. And of course, we do have a lot of things going on, and it is said that the hurricane strengthened. It's somewhere around West Farm, and a lot of things are closing. I believe tomorrow the schools and things like that are closing. Keep the family in your prayers, our beloved brothers and sisters that are in the area where the um, the the hurricane is passing by. So I pray safety and protection upon all of us and all of our brothers and sisters that are in this particular path. where this thing is passing by. And we know, beloved, there is a lot more going on than they are not telling us or even showing us. One thing I was discussing yesterday concerning Russia, and another sister brought something to my attention. They had an MS over there in Russia. Anybody heard about that? If you heard about it, tell us how many people that perish. You know, and MS in Russia. Let me quickly take a look at it right there. MS in Russia. Are you aware? It wasn't a school though. Okay. Apparently, that fellow, he was wearing a swastika, so to speak, and then he went to a school and he took 15 people. All right, it took 15 people out. All right, so yeah, 17 now, 17. He took 17 people out. So a lot of people, beloved, they are not talking about those things and they are not telling the nation or the Jews, the Gentiles, they're not telling them like this thing is serious and the judgment is heavy upon those folks. School shooting, well, school MS in Russia is unheard of, or at least, of course, they don't talk about it. Um, we started to notice a trend since 2020. In 2020, we had a hell of a lot more people going over there and literally shooting people. Okay, and we did told those folks these things want to get worse. Okay, 11 of them were children, and the rest were somewhat adults. And you see how those people like to taking out kids, little children. They like to do that. Okay, the whole tragedy thing that happened in Uvalde, and then Sandy Hook, of course, with Alex Jones. Okay, Alex Jones sitting over there, keep telling the people it's a hoax because it was so tragic, it was so bad, it was so gory that Gentiles cannot believe this thing happened to them. That is why they have the mentality of it's a hoax because it cannot happen to them. Anything that happened in the hood, Chicago, there was a drive-by. It's not a hoax. In fact, they will put some spice in it. They will put some hot sauce. They will put some extra sauce, make it look good, make it taste good, and throw it in the media, and everybody will eat it. But when it's something that happened to them, it's either false flag or the government tried to scare them or the media is lying because it can be real. They refuse to believe it. And you have our people will come and repeat the same thing and say, Big Levi, that was fake. That was a false flag. Because the government, I don't know, they I don't know since when the government want to do something to you and then they are doing false flag to do it. Since when the last time the government want to flood the hood with drugs and guns and they have to go in their neighborhood and then pull up a false flag so they won't know, it's them. Have you read Dark Alliance? I would recommend you read Dark Alliance. Agreed. They have that mentality because they were taught that God loves everyone, especially them. That is why what happened in Russia right now, you still have people telling you it's not real. It's media propaganda. It's stuff. Wait a minute. Don't this? What do you mean media propaganda? This you are being taken out. It's happening over there. It's true. It's real. It's no joke. We are not making this up. Okay, so that's why you see those people always come up with this mentality that everything is either fake or stage or false flag. They don't want to believe it. up until those things happen to them right in their faces. Now that Alex Jones, he was ordered to pay how much? How many millions? Somewhere around like 40 to 50 million dollars, if you could. And somebody remember how much money that he paid? Okay, beloved, I'll be frank with you, man. Sitting over here, man, paying 40 to 50 million dollars in settlement. That's not that's hurt. That's painful right there. 49 millions because of you years sitting there, deny those people their grief, deny them what happened. It was just something the government was making up to scare you. Okay, the government want to scare you. He dry up your Lake Mead. He really release a disease that literally killing all of you in Europe. That disease literally took the queen out. It took a bunch of people out. Apparently, they are doing this to scare you into submission. Submission unto what? Those folks, what they did, beloved, they know very well that the only way we've been kept down is into fear, is by fear. They know that. But when they see things are switching to them, they quickly admit it like, well, you will not put fear unto us like you did to them. We have rights. They don't have this and that. God love me and the commitment, the Constitution. This is the mentality those people are having, and they are denying what happened over there in Russia as fake. They're denying all the wars, all the killings, and the sweet wine and the burnt bread that's happening over there. It's all fake. Okay, $49 million to two parents, man. You got their children being murdered by some psychopath scum that get into a building and start killing children. Till this day, I don't even know what happened to this guy. I don't even know that guy's name. Please don't type the name in the chat because YouTube will pick that up and things will happen. It's the same thing, brothers. Those people are denying and stuff, and then the same thing that you see happen to that fellow Alex Jones is happening to the Christian right now. They've been in denial that God loved them above all. Not only God loved them, but they are going to be raptured. Sorry, Bridget, we're gonna have to keep beating that rapture dead horse. They are going to be raptured. They're going to be out of here. They're going to go in heaven with Jesus and live there forever. And then whatever that their ancestors and themselves did, they won't have to pay because the blood of Jesus washed their sin clean. Is that what that is? That's how it works, right? Is that what that is? Or the tribulation will come in the future. The tribulation will come in the future. The mark of the beast is still coming. But you people were saying the job was the mark. You people, have you not seen now there's a decline on Christian dreams, vision? You don't see those video anymore. Where's Chris Yoon? Anybody? You know what? Let me check. While my apology, beloved. While I'm here, let me check on Chris Yoon. Okay. Let me check on Chris Yoon, his latest video. All right then. Okay. Let me see. His latest video was 10 months ago. Beware, beware, beware. He had a video. I'm sorry. God gave me a clear message about Taiwan. All right then. All right. All right. He doesn't look too good, man. That guy, he doesn't look too good at all. Okay. He doesn't look too good. What it is, brothers, those people make our entire book and culture about politics. Everything is about politics. If something don't happen to Ish, then it's not prophecy. Just now, brethren, let me just play this for you so you can hear, and then we will begin the prayer. I was just watching this right now. Oops. I'll play it for the nation so the people could understand what's going on.
Authorities found at least 14 sperm whale carcasses along a beach on southeastern Australia's King Island last week. A spokesperson for Australia's Department of Natural Resources and Environment said they were all young males and already dead when they were first reported September 19. Now experts are headed to the island to investigate what caused this. They're also trying to figure out how to remove the bodies, but they might be left to decompose naturally since the rocky environment may make it difficult for vehicles to get to the whales so they can tow the carcasses away. This isn't the first time such a feat has taken place. Similar whale strandings have been reported along King Island shores, but why they were stranded is still unclear. Just a couple of days later, in the same province of Tasmania, officials came upon this jarring sight. 230 whales washed up onto Ocean Beach, only about half of them still alive. Marine conservation experts said they appeared to be pilot whales. Now the team of experts will assess the scene and figure out what to do next. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Stephanie Officer.
This is not prophecy. Okay, those people will just sit there and like, this is a prophecy because it didn't involve Ish. This is a terrible omen. King's Island. The island is King's Island. A bunch of dead whales. And a few days later, not even a few days later, if I'm not mistaken, the next day later, they find another loaded. It's just like it's the whole island thing. They find a bunch of other whales dead over there, and you people are not getting this, and it's fake. It's just so fake. They try to scare you and stuff. That's a horrible omen, man. That, you know what that means? That means there's those whales, or they are escaping something. They rather beach themselves, die on the beach, and going back and face whatever that thing was, whatever it is that they have under there. And those people well aware, brothers. They have those sonar devices. They know this thing. They got thing in there that already being unleashed. That's go ahead and taking certain stuff that they have down there. You're aware of that. They know there are certain creatures, so to speak, certain creatures that mentioned in the book of Job, in the book of Lamech of Cain. Yeah, they will lie and say, "Oh well, you know, oh it's just like yeah, the wells are CGI, and they're trying to everything is CGI, computer generated imagery." It's just like the government always trying to make you this. The government. Have you noticed, brethren, when this issue was on us, nobody said the government tried to fake dropping CGI drugs in the hood. Have you ever heard like somebody say the government setting up CGI people and then mass shooting them? Have you ever heard conspiracy of the government take a bunch of CGI people and then mass incarcerating them? Because it was on us. Therefore, it was real. Nobody's speaking about anything. Moral failure. You need to pull yourself by the bootstrap. You need to do this, you need to do that. And all the sudden things are happening to them right now. it's CGI, it's fake, it's staged, a false flag, it's not real, it's a hoax, it's not this, it's not that, because they felt like they are untouchable. If anything happened to them, it has to be a lie. That's what it is. They act like nothing bad ever can happen to them. It's just no. Thank you, Chris G. The former Prince of Wales is now king, and the whales are popping up dead on the King's Island. You can't make this up. You can't make that up. People think like we are just making things up, just like the Christian doing stuff. This is a horrible omen. Not to mention 14, well, 1 plus 4, 5, the pentagram, which is the sign of Michael, is just destruction for you. Those people think like those things is we just sitting there talking hish. It doesn't work like that. Beloved, and all the whales were like pilot whales, okay? They are black whales, so to speak. Brethren, we cannot sit here and deny our God the glory. We are a very, and all of them were males. Have you not seen this? Thank you, Sister Pandora. You got all the whales were males. They were washed on Wales and King's Island and died there. You got all the males. Why would the female not flee and the males fled? Anybody not making the connection in Russia? Why would all the males in Russia fled? It's something if they flee, but they must have flee from something they don't want to be either part of, or they would rather die somewhere else than face whatever they see at their home. It must have been something. You cannot have all the whales fled their home and die on the beach. You cannot have all the male Russian, not all of them, but most of them fleeing a place and rather die in another than going back there. But why? Are they facing, is it something of forcing them to participate in something that they're like, you know what, I'd rather die than to go do this? You are seeing it. This is prophecy. Oh boy, it's raining really hard out there. And I let the window open. Thank you, Sister Chris G. Prince Charles was also a pilot, okay, or a pilot in the Royal Air Force. And it's just amazing how people are not seeing this. This is how the Messiah is sending message. This is how the angels communicate with us. This is how our people are on another level, man. Our people are vibrated so high. Anything that pop up, they can literally say and then make connection. You don't need the Gentiles to come over there and telling you, oh, well, the reason why oh, crap. Do I need to close the door? To the window. The reason why this so-called phenomenon is happening, there is a specific synthesis of the hydrogen that is in the water that's accumulated in a mass, this specific crystalline energy that caused the water to be poisoned, therefore caused the pilot whale to bitch themselves because the poisonic and eccentric water, they could not, and then our people will just sit there like that's what that is. That's what that is. It's true. They are liars. Our people will come tell you straight up, this thing is all very bad omen for you. It's connected to Prince Charles and the Russians over there. Your kingdom is done. You being taken out. Beloved, because of all the great things the Mighty One is doing for us, we cannot sit there, brethren. We cannot sit there and deny and act like everything is fine, everything is doing well. You know what? It's not only everything is doing well, everything is back to normal and better than ever. We can beat this. Brethren, join us in prayer. Let us thank the mighty one. Let us give him great praise, great glory. Let us raise and exalt his name above all and tell him, thank him because of the stuff that he been doing for us. Let me close the window. All right, beloved, let us begin. Great praise, great glories, great exaltation goes on to you, mighty one. You that created the heaven, the earth, and everything in them. You that give life, you that take away death. You that give death, you that take away life. You that created the darkness, the light. You that is above good and evil. We come before you, mighty one. We come to beg. We yearn, we thirst, we hunger after your knowledge. We come to ask you for your light, for your wisdom, as we were destroyed for a lack of knowledge and for a lack of wisdom. We see the signs, we see the omens, we see the catastrophes, we see the cataclysms, we see the storms, the hurricanes, the typhoons, the derechos, the drought, the flood. We see the swords is falling upon our enemy. We see them fleeing their homeland, so to speak. We see their own people going to their own school and taking themselves out. We are seeing that the 83s are in great pain, great sorrow, and great distress and great fear. We see that their loins are weakening, and we rejoice. We give you great praise, we give you great glory. As your children, few of us, we are the children of the light. We are the light unto this world, but this world is refusing light, and they embrace darkness. They had rejected our offers and accept the Gentiles' offers. The whole earth is in mourning. The whole earth is in pain. The entire world, the inhabitants are complaining. They want a change because the wicked is destroying this beautiful earth. Because of the circumstances, we are asking the Most High God Almighty, the great and terrible, terrifying God, to give unto the capable hand the power, the magic, to sustain, control, occupy this earth, and bring her to her former glory. Our punishment is over, hallelujah. Our punishment is accomplished. Your punishment is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. You will no longer drink of the drag of the cup of trembling. It has been removed from your hand and pass unto your enemy, unto the one that hated you and chastised you. Your punishment is accomplished, O daughters of Zion. The iniquity of your sins, O daughters of Edom, has reaching the great and horrible and terrible king. And you have been finding wanted, and judgment is set upon you. Whether you flee your homeland and go to another because you don't want your sweet wine to be spilled upon this earth and cleanse it. Whether you move out of state to another to evade wildfires or hurricanes, judgment is set upon you. There's nothing you can do. We've tried everything that you're trying right now. It's only going to get worse. To our brothers and sisters that are in the nation, continue praying. We have next Thursday coming up, which is going to be 2 days from now. Today's Madim. On Zedek, we do not have a fast schedule, of course, but if anything, if you can fast, you fast. If you can't, that's good. Pray. Always praying, beloved. At this point right now, brethren, you did everything you could have done in your own quote unquote limitation of power for the nation. It's time for you to focus on yourself. Because the mighty one is calling, is upgrading folks, is upgrading your grade, is upgrading the level. Study to shew thyself approved unto him, not unto me nor men. I'll ask you to become wiser. I'll ask you to meditate on positive things. Meditate on your retirement. Be very careful. Especially if you're young men and young women out there. Meditate on your retirement. Be very careful. Be very careful what you ask for, because the retirement that the Most High might give in you might not be the way that you want it. You want to be retired, but not that way. I will ask the nation to meditate tomorrow, Wednesday, on your jubilee, your personal jubilee, because most of our people, they don't want jubilee. They don't want anything about that. They don't want any. They just want the blessing. They don't want to work for it. I will ask you to meditate on your own jubilee. What do you want? You already want everything for the nation. Of course, everything that we want it for our brethren. We want it for our sister. Tomorrow, meditate. Or if you could do it today, meditate on your jubilee. What do you want? Are we wanting to still be here in the midst of 83? Have you not seen the posts, the community posts that we have? Those people know who they are. 100% heathen, 100% Gentiles. They don't care. If they are 100% heathens, we are 100% child of the mighty one. Beloved, I know this is scary. We never been in this situation before. So does the Gentiles. But we have to strengthen our loin and take power. I do not know how it's going to happen, but each of you, do the best that you can do. Pray that the Most High give you rest from your job, from your business. You don't know how this is going to happen, but you just need rest. So you can rest, sleep. All of you think you get sleep and rest. You don't. You haven't truly get true sleep and true rest until you know for a fact all your enemy are either 6 feet below or they are busy and you have nothing to worry about, such as bills, rent, or anything, disease, wealth, or anything. You are sleeping with a good sleep of mind. Ask for that. You have the power. Use it. Holy and powerful one, you that created the heaven, the earth, and everything in it for our own use. Thank you for waking us up. Thank you for giving us unto great glory. Thank you for not giving us unto great shame and great reproach. May your will be done in this earth as it is in heaven. Selah, so be it. To all the angels of fall, autumn, the chief angel, to all the earthly angel, to all the earthly mother, beloved angels, watch over us, protect us, provide for us. As this hurricane is moving, we are only here and ask protection from our beloved brothers and sisters that are in this path. 5 to 6 years ago, there was a hurricane called Hurricane Michael that came in the Florida Panhandle. They never recovered for that. Whatever is happening, it's the will of the mighty one. We give him great glory, great praise. We thank all the angels, our guardian angels, The angels of the zodiacs, the angel of the hours, the angel of the day, the angel of the trees, the angel of the earth, the wind, the sun, the moon. We thank all of them for working and keeping us safe. May they still continue. May they still give unto us the abundance of blessing. And may the others keep the Gentiles busy. Give them something. Give the heathens a hat, rock to handle, to hold in their bare hand. May abundance, safety, protection, progression, thriving in the midst of our nation. Healing, authority, royalty may be raising up in the midst of our people. Selah, so be it. As today is Madim, may courage be in the midst of us, destruction and wrath upon the enemy. Selah, so be it. To all the angels, the angel of autumn, may you take all the prayers of the children of the light and bring them forth and lie them and lay them in front of the Holy One and have it auditing our demand. Selah, so be it. By the terrible and horrible power of the mighty one vested in me, I leave all of you in peace. You may go in peace. We're just going to stay and talk a little about certain things that's going on. Specifically, we're going to touch on the Wales things that happen over there in Australia. Thank you, beloved. You may leave if you were there for the prayer. Now we're going to spend a little time discussing certain things that we are doing. First thing of business, tomorrow is Wednesday. It is our meditation day. Meditate on your jubilee. What do you want, brothers? What do you want, sisters? Most of you, if not all of you, you've been worrying about the nation. Of course, the Most High know that, He understands that. But what do you want for yourselves? What do you want your life to be? Some of you say, well, I'm too old to need anything and stuff. Don't put limitation on you. Ask the Most High. Tell Him what to do. Be real, man. Be real. Be real. Like, ask for things that you never had. Ask for things that you know it's impossible. And watch. Because your time is now. This is your blessing now. If you can clearly see the curse is upon the dying enemy, that means the blessing is upon you. You just need to unlock it. You just need to activate it. Meditate on yourself. Talk to yourself. Ask yourself, what do you want, man? What do you want to do? Of course, beloved, we did fast for the whole nation. We asked for the whole nation for 40 days. Take the kingdom back. But what do you want personally, yourself? Believe it or not, whether you want it or not, brothers, not all of us will get everything. Most of our people, most of the kinfolk, so to speak, they don't want this system to be gone. They don't want none of that. They don't want none of that. Remember, the blessing that we are getting, it will overtake us. It's not something that you'll have a choice to reject or to have a choice say, you know what, I don't want this. It will overtake you. If you have a little project you are working on, pray upon it. Assign an angel unto it. Talking about assigning an angel, I will advise the folks to go to the website under homework or under books to download the Practical Magic. This book, you will find the angels for your zodiac. Okay. For instance, what you're calling Aries, and there's one angel in Aries called Murek. I love this angel, okay, because it teaches about electricity and stuff. Are you working on your business? Go look at the angels that are handling business. Ask for help. Are you working to get a high-paying job, so to speak? Look at this angel. Are you working to build on something? You have help, beloved. Use them. The reason why you haven't succeeded on a bunch of things because, of course, you had the curse upon you, and the Gentile trick you and make you believe that everything you were doing it was on your own strength. Even better, everything they were doing, it was on their own strength, and they were smarter than you. It was upon all the blessing. They were using powers that they forbid you to use. Use them. It brings great joys to me that a sister emailed me a video of one of our brothers, well, one of the Hebrew brothers, so to speak. They are starting to talking about the word abracadabra, and I've been studying this, but I did not know the definition of this word abracadabra, which means I create what I speak. Okay, I create what I speak. It's a Hebrew word, and the people receive it better, and they'll start talking about magic. Okay, and one thing the Gentiles were successful at doing is to making us afraid of our own power. Things the Most High already put there. All you have to do is activate them. Yea, certain one of you, and you are afraid because somebody else that you know effed up, and that person tell you don't touch those things because he effed up, and then you put those things away. Do not be afraid of knowledge, beloved. The Most High understand that you're looking for Him. He understand that you're looking for things that you had that you lost. You understand that. Do the best that you can. What do you want, man? It is time for you to worry about yourself. For lack of a better word, it's time for you to be selfish. Start seeing yourself, man. One of the things is if we don't do things, if we don't accomplish things, how are we supposed to inspire the others? Are people being inspired by words and speech and things? But how are we supposed to do things and inspire them to come to the Most High God Almighty? We have to make it first. So once we do, they will see this. This is my brother. I know him. This is my sister. I know her. He and she did it. Therefore, we are the same blood, the same tribe. I can do it. There are so many things out there that we don't know, and I'm not claiming that I do know everything. If anything, I don't know I don't know none of these things. Whatever you want, beloved, whatever you wish to do, you can accomplish it. You have the knowledge now. Do a little research. There's a sister in the nation. She's what you're calling a rescuer. Okay, I say this multiple times. What is a rescuer? A rescue person, a rescuer is somebody that go out there and rescue someone that is in distress. A rescuer don't rescue someone that don't want to be rescued or are not in a danger to be rescued, so to speak. A lot of your rescuer, you rescued enough people, man. You've done enough. I'm not telling you to stop doing good, but it's time now for you to worry about yourself. It brings me great pain and great distress and even greater shame that we have folks in the nation that the Most High bless this family exceedingly. They lack nothing. They are blessed. The brother say he never made the amount of stuff that he's getting. He never get them, but he's not at peace because of 2/3 family. And he asked the nation to pray for him because the 2/3 in your family will make your life hell. You pretty much good. Some of you are good. You really like you. It's not like you being too humble and stuff. You're like I'm like nothing. I really don't need anything. But the 2/3 in this family of their children and their children's children is just it's out of hand. They keep rescuing them. They keep stepping in front of the Most High and try to help them. Sometimes the Mighty One might put your loved one in a situation that is detrimental. It is for their own good. You might want to stay out of it. Sometimes your own children. your own grandchildren, your own siblings, your own offspring, your own mothers and fathers. Step away a little bit, man. Step away a little. Let them deal with whatever they. I know your mothers, your fathers, you really care about your children, but sometimes you're gonna have to say, you know what, you, uh, I've done enough, man. I understand she's your sister, he's your brother. You have to dust your hand, raise your hand upon the heaven, say, Most High God Almighty, I tried everything. I'm done. All my bones are broken. I just need my jubilee and just chill somewhere. And leave them, brethren. That's right. Walk on your own salvation. Leave them. Beloved, tell you the truth. If I knew how to save the nation, if I knew how to save you, I would have done this a long time ago. If there was a way for me to sacrifice myself to save you or the whole nation, I would have done it. But it doesn't work like that. There will be great opportunity that's going to be given out there, and not by the Gentiles. Some of us in a private meeting, we saw certain things that, and then it bring great joy to the nation. That's why I don't really worry about certain finances, because I've seen what our people have and what our people are supposed to get. Now, don't get me wrong. Just like you see the family 2/3 that this brother have in his family, that he's doing well, his wife and him, they are doing well, exceedingly well. However, they got these 2/3 in their own family that are like detrimental to them. It's the same thing. If we receive as a people a massive blessing, you will have the kinfolk, you will have the skinfolk make all of us look bad. They'll mooch off you. They'll take what you give and give it back to the enemy. I understand you have a brother, and then you're like, yo, he's my brother. I love him. I got this blessing. It's too much for me, man. You share it with your brother. Say, brother, here's 10%, man. He took that 10%, go right back to the enemy, marry them, and then do everything, and then give them all the money. And the next thing you know, a few more days, he got killed, life insurance, and all the money will go right back to the enemy. Your sister, the same thing. The same brother that you help go back and then squander, gang the whole thing, and then come back and talk bad about you. How you become so successful? All you bought them is a freaking truck. That's all. You bought them like a brand new house. You could have bought them a Lamborghini and a mansion, but you gave them a house, a decent house, and a nice truck. And then you yourself, you have all sort of things. Why couldn't you buy them a Mercedes S-Class or whatever? Those are the same people you will deal with. Therefore, there must be somewhat a removal of those kinds of folks in the midst of us. So when we get our blessing, we will use it and enjoy it with peace of mind, with no regrets. Beloved, that's all I'm asking you to do, man. You know what happened for the few days that I was down? Doing meditation and thinking. And something happened during prayers. And I asked the Most High a question. And the answer come back in tears, crying, rolling over the floor. I was in great joy, and I cried so much that the question that I asked and the answer was given to me, and the way that the Most High gives you proper answer. And it had dawned on me, and he gave me certain things. And sometime I'm sitting down, a sister and I, when we were meditating, And we're asking ourselves, are we making these things up? It could be my imagination. It could, am I imagining this thing, or am I just until when those things happen, when what you were warned or what you've been told or said, it just happened the same way, that exactly the same way. We have quote unquote what we call oracle in this family, and things are being sent into them by dreams and vision, and they are seeing them. Certain brethren, certain sisters, we have what you people saw the last community post we have about that jeep with the heathens. Those are messages being sent unto our brothers and sisters, and a lot of our people now, they are seeing those things and they understand what it is. They don't just make things up. They don't just they understand it happened. They understand what happened. So when I was I'm asking, I'm sitting there, and the Mosai give me the answer, and I fell upon my knee, and I quickly start repenting, because I knew that I'm not worthy of whatever the Mosai is giving me, or I'm not worthy to sit, to even come nowhere near, the dust of his horse hoof. I'm not worthy of it, man. And I just curl up and start crying. And then I take the Mosai and repenting, and quickly read Psalm 51. And I've been reading Psalm 51 every single day, because of how I felt about what I asked, the question I asked. And I sit there, and then I'm thinking, and I ask the Mighty One, but you are, well, let me give you the answer to you. The Most High has given you specific talents, specific abilities. You are the only person that have those abilities. You could not use them because you were black. A lot of our people, the bath, such as the beloved brothers and sisters that are getting the blessing, and it is just now I'm starting to see the effect of the bath that I did on the 24th June. How much powerful it went beyond my mind. I was not expecting this to happen. Okay, so I'm like, wow, this thing is quite powerful. One of the main reasons we could not do a bunch of stuff we were destined to be, because we were blacked. We were, whatever the heck we do, it's not working. And it's not like we do something bad. It's just, it was the curse. It was upon you. Whatever that you do, it's just not working. So when I sit there, and then I'm talking, and I ask the Most High, but what if that is this? Am I breaking your law? Am I doing this, or am I becoming too proud, or am I be even worse? Am I slacking up? Am I slacking up? Because something had happened to me when I met the masters. Ever since I met them, talked to them, I was never the same person. And I'm seeing things a hell of a lot more clear, and they are coming very, very quickly. So when I saw those things, I see how things operate. There are certain things I used to do, I don't do them anymore. I stopped doing those things, and I realized that the Mighty One wants as much I hate it, as much I hate the position that the Mighty One is pushing me into, well, not pushing me, already giving to me. As much I hate it, but I'm gonna have to take it, because it's not up to me. Some of you would die to be this professional football, but your body is not built for that. You are not built to be a football player. You want to be a football player, man. I want to be this basketball superstar. Your body is built to be a lawyer. Your mind is built to be a lawyer, so to speak. And you're like, yo, I hate being a lawyer, man. Those guys are scum. I don't want to go out there. Well, that's what it is. That's what you're gonna do. And then you fight, though. Of course, you put a little fight, then you realize, damn it, I hate this job, but the pay is good. And that's what the Mighty One says. If he has a reason for it, I just give in. I just hate it. I'm like, okay, you know what? It's gonna hurt a lot of people, but damn it, hey, that's what it is. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I fold, I yield, I bow down. I finally come to term with it. I'm like, I didn't want to do this because I really don't want people to. I'm a different guy. It's gonna be messy, but I run away from it. I run. I can't run anymore because wherever I run into the same thing. It is always I run to the same problem, and I keep giving the solution. Then I realize that, you know what, that's what it is, man. There's nothing I can do about it. I cannot run away from this. I can't change it. I'm not the most. I just say, okay, you know what? All right, that's it, man. No more running. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll just do it. Okay. I thought like I could have done it and then fled and do something else. I'm like, you know what? I'll do it. I'll do it. My point is, brethren, you are gifted. You are gifted with the gift that is above all, the love of the mighty one. Another word, his permission. It is time for you now to test what you have. Try something that you tried 10 years, 20 years ago that didn't work. But this time you use your power to do it. Use what you have at your disposal. First thing first, you have your guardian angel. Call him, call her. Put whatever that you have in front of them. Then do your research. Find out who's most capable on the light side. Of course, the dark side can do pretty much the same thing quicker, but there is this back payment. Of course, you can walk in these and those guys make you get a loan. You get a loan, but you have to pay that back. What you're doing right now, you're not looking for a loan. You're looking for grant. You're looking for things that are already there you can use. You're not looking to buy water. You're looking for a spring. So you can have water forever. You just drink for free. It's a freaking spring. Just build my house around it. Do your own research. Find out what days your days. Each of you got 5 days. It's right in your. It's in the book of It's in the book of the angels and dreams. On the number of your angel on your page, you will find you have 5 emotional days. Those are your days. Well, what do you want, man? What do you want to do? Okay, beloved. Like I said before, you must understand both sides, light and darkness. See how they work. If you blindsided one side, if you blindsided in light only, you cannot know when there is darkness. If you blindsided in darkness only, you don't know where the light. You need to know who are they, what they do, what causes this. Then you will understand not how certain people are doing things in life. You could not do it. There's a reason, again, you have 2 legs. You don't hop in one. You walk on both of them. There's one, of course, you felt a lot better with. If you're a soccer player, there's a foot that you kick with. You feel better. If you're a basketball player, there's one hand, one side, you feel better. But you need both to play with. Whatever that you're doing in life, you need both to play with. Meditate on that, man. You know why I'm saying this, brothers? Because I don't want to feel any guilt. What I mean by that, I don't want myself. Let me cut to the chase. Back then, I made a covenant with the Most High God Almighty when I was a teenager. I realized I was not like the others. I realized that I was gifted and I had certain abilities. I shouldn't make that covenant, but I did. I talked to the Most High, and I have a friend. I love him like my brother. He loves me like his brother. In fact, we are brothers. We love each other. I love him to death. And when we were in high school, and I exceed like very fast. I was this guy that I exceedingly very fast, and the teacher, like, they could not understand me because I passed everything so with ease. And the teacher predicts something. She says something about my future, which was very pleasant. And when I look upon my friend, and I'm like, he can't do this. He can't do what I'm doing. He's smart, but he's not in that level. So I told the Mighty One, I said, Heavenly One, if anything going to happen in the future, make it happen to him first. Make him made it, as we say in the black community. Make him made it first. Because if I made it, I don't want to look back for him. I don't want to look back for anyone else. It would be best if he made it before me. And I was so worried about him because he was a great guy and stuff. And the Mighty One do exactly what I wish to do. He made it. He made it. He done everything right, and everything came out perfectly right. And he never had to worry about anything. And now the Most High God Almighty putting me in the same road. And I don't want to feel any guilt. If anything ever happened to me in the future, and then I see the nation, we still have brothers and sisters that were studying with me and being with me. They are either in the same situation or they are in a worse situation because they are not using what they have available to them. And then when they look at me, they're like, look at Big Levi. Is the Most I love him more than me? And I really don't want to feel like this. And I don't want to be selfish. I share to a degree what I know with you. That's right. I want my own home with no mortgage, man. Start working on it. Start working with your angels and start telling. Some of you are homeless. Some of you are living with people, man. Some of you live as roommate and stuff. And you know for a fact, as a wealthy person, you have better things out there. Look for them. Use what you have, man. Make your covenant with the Mighty One. Things are out there for you. Sometimes we are looking for things in the wrong place. When I mean in the wrong place, we are begging the Gentiles to let us in our own house when the house belongs to us. Beloved, I'm asking you, what do you want for yourself? What do you need? What is your heart desired for you? Think about yourself a little. Most of you are thinking about the way that the world is, the way of the nation, and you forget about yourself. That's a Gentile's ways. Loving yourself is loving the Most High. Loving the family is loving the Holy Spirit, the brothers, the sisters, the angels. Focus on yourself. Ask, beloved, I will leave you with peace. There are a lot of stuff, the nation, we are going to. Brothers, our work is not even beginning. The Most High took me to some strange places. I'm like, God damn, the work is not even beginning yet. The work will begin. You will be called. Practice, study, practice. When I say practice, it's not just pray, brothers. Take off something. Make your own experiment. Call upon it and say, this is what I want. And watch. Everything has to be done with faith. Beloved, I will leave you with peace. I will leave you with love. And I will leave you, above all, with the love of the Most High God Almighty. Brethren, meditate. What do you want, man? Worry about me, Big Levi, some dude you don't even know. You just see me on the screen. What do you want? You spent all your life of giving. It's time for you to ask, man. You people give so much you forgot how to even ask. It's not a shame if you ask, man. Ask. Or better yet, take. All praises to the Most High. Fast, pray, repent, repeat. May the King reign forever.